Hello Taurus, this is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading focused on the first half of September from the 1st through the 15th. General reading as always, so please keep that in mind throughout this reading and release what doesn't make sense for you. So we are going to start with focus cards. I'm going to be using these decks by Pretty Spirits. I will be linking everything down below as far as all of the decks used here today, including my own. So let's begin, Taurus, and see what's coming up for you. All right, so from this deck here, I believe this is the Soulmate Edition Truth Decks by Pretty Spirits. Okay, let's see. Your first card, your first message here for Taurus, angels and spirit guides, please. Ooh, look at that. Falling in love. The number 4 could also be a significant number for some of you. All right, so that's a really nice card. Let's go ahead and grab your second focus message. Some of you might be focused, of course, on a particular person that you have a lot of love for. You could finally be falling in love with this person, perhaps. Maybe you guys have known each other a very long time. I'm getting to, for some of you, that you guys might have started off as friends and it turned into something more, and here you are, you're falling in love with this person, or they're falling in love with you. So we'll have to see how the rest of this reading unfolds as we welcome in the first half of September here. Look at this, time for play. All right, so for those of you, and I'm getting that if you have, for example, just been burning the candle at both ends, you've just been working very hard, maybe it is time to play. Maybe it's time for you to just enjoy life, you know, and treat yourself to whatever it is that you need to in order to de-stress. I'm getting for some of you, maybe you've just been, you know, doing so much for everybody else and not doing enough for yourself. Okay, so we'll see how the rest of the reading unfolds and how it taps into these two cards right here. So let's take a look at some current energies for you and the person that you are thinking about for this reading. I will pull cards from the Twin Flame Reality Check deck. This is by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. You don't, of course, have to identify with a twin flame connection. That is just the name of the deck. So let's go ahead and see, Taurus, what are the current energies for your situation in love and how it's affecting your life at this time? We clearly see falling in love. Let's see here. Weighing you down. Weight. This could be a literal meaning for some of you if you feel that maybe you've gained weight. Maybe this is something that you're working on. We've got love struck coming through. Also, whatever is stressing you out at this point in time, Taurus, you have to address that as it is weighing you down. So there's this heaviness that is surrounding you, perhaps, when it comes to romance, a love partner, and even just life's stresses. Look at this. We have game over, and then we have new path. That doesn't necessarily mean something has ended in your life or a particular storyline or chapter has ended. Maybe this is just your angel guides wanting to let you know that there's a particular connection, relationship, or a chapter in your life that needs to end if it hasn't already, because you're being offered a new beginning, a new direction, a new door to open. Okay, so we'll have to see what that's about. I will grab some insight from tarot here. I will use my Tabby Tarot Teacher. Let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus in love and life. So the current energies, something's weighing you down right now, maybe in regard to your love connections, or again, just life overall. Something either has ended or should end, because you're being directed to go in a different direction here. Now, I find this very interesting how we've got game over and it's time for play. I'm getting here too for some of you that someone was playing with your affections, or they were just playing games with you, and that needs to end. Okay, because otherwise you might end up ultimately getting hurt here, Taurus. So let's see what else. What's up for Taurus, please? Justice, okay? So there's this need to really face the truth of the matter and for you to have that light bulb moment, so to speak, to find clarity in your own life. And also if someone or a particular situation where you're getting the raw end of the stick, so to speak, it hasn't been fair for you. This can also represent karmic justice of some sort, love related, life related. Some of you guys might be dealing with some legal issues that are weighing you down right now. You could be dealing with a Libra also. This makes sense for me too. 9 of Pentacles, Pentacles being your own earth energy here, Taurus. So if you are in a position to be self-sufficient and be able to stand on your own 2 feet, certainly financially, perhaps this is the time to pursue that, because the 9 of Pentacles, you can be successful in your own life, but I'm also getting for some of you guys, you got to free yourself from situations that are weighing you down, because this can be a card of independence and being solo, kind of doing your own thing, but thriving and being abundant in your own life. You have the capability of doing that. And then we've got the 8 of Wands right here, which is rapid action. It's making quick decisions. It's interesting because this is another card tapped into freedom of some sort. That's very important for you at this point in time, I feel, for you to have your freedom, because there are perhaps restraints that are weighing you down. And this is a very fitting card that's coming through here. It's almost like you're carrying this heaviness unnecessarily. You might be carrying someone else's burdens on your shoulders. And part of the reason why you're doing that is because you're in love with them or you're love struck by this person, but you're being directed here onto a different path. Okay, so my divine feminines especially, you're coming in as this Queen of Pentacles. Be very nurturing with yourself. Now, some of you guys could already have children with this person that you're thinking about, or a child, not necessarily more than one, but this is a very nurturing, motherly energy, but a very successful divine feminine. If you're not here yet, if you don't feel that you exude the energies of the Queen of Pentacles, divine feminine, this is something that you can strive for. This is something that you can actually achieve by closing one chapter, allowing something to come to an end. It's like no more games. It's over. Taking you here. This is a new beginning, okay? You could also come forward with this energy of the Queen of Swords. You are a no-nonsense type individual. You're not going to be putting up with any nonsense from people. You've got your boundaries up. You can use that sword to cut people out of your life that no longer deserve to be a part of it, And then you've got this 5 of Swords right here, walking away. Because there's way too many issues, too many conflicts. This could be competition right here. If you're competing with somebody else to be able to win someone's love, then game over, Because it more than likely will result in a situation where you end up losing. This is not a game. Your heart is not a game. And you have to perhaps love yourself enough to know when it's time to walk away if you haven't already. Okay? Now you've got the 9 of Swords. We've got all these swords popping up here. So you could be dealing with an air sign also, Taurus, okay, Libra, Aquarius, or even Gemini. The 9 of Swords is somebody who feels hopeless, basically. You could be going through a bout of depression right now. Maybe life just isn't going the way you're wanting it to. You're not getting enough sleep. This is insomnia right here, or you're having nightmares. You're unhappy, but you don't have to be. Okay, you've got the star right here. Could also be dealing with an Aquarian here. But this is a beautiful message coming through for you, Taurus, because it's letting you know, first of all, that your wishes can still manifest, but you have to be able to align yourself with people that have the capability to make those wishes come true. You don't want to self-sabotage yourself, you know? So you really are being given a new path to follow. These two cards right here, a path to follow. It's giving you, it's guiding you in a way. So trust that, you know, because there's hope here to be able to offer you new opportunities to find happiness, certainly when it comes to your love life. There are certain chapters here that need to close. But part of the reason why you might not be closing it is because you're so in love with this person, you're love struck, and you're not able to see clearly, you know, and that's why this Justice card is right here. This is about the truth, being able to face that truth, being able to have that clarity, you know, to be able to make better choices and to know when to walk away from a situation that's really no longer serving a purpose in your life. Those are the current energies here. All right, so let's go ahead and add to this, and let's take a look and see what some additional challenges are that you're dealing with at this time. So I'm going to be using the volume 2 version of the Reality Check deck, again by Jennifer Aquarius Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. So let's see what else here. What else do we need to know? Additional challenges here. Ooh, wishes coming true. Look at that. Okay, so I was just talking about that with the star card that came through, because it is about a fulfilled wish, but it's coming up as a challenge because maybe you are kind of getting in your own way as far as being able to manifest those wishes. Look at this, Taurus. Check out. It's time to check out. Separation, goodbyes. It's time to say goodbye to someone here. But maybe you are having separation anxiety. Maybe you are really struggling to let this person go. Let's see what else. Some additional challenges here for Taurus. Traveling and distance. Time to relax. You can have trust and faith. Okay, so what I'm getting here already for you, Taurus, is trust could have been a factor in your relationship, trust issues. You haven't had a whole lot of downtime here, so that could be contributing to why you're stressed out right now. You need time to yourself, and maybe you're the type that really enjoys traveling. Or you could be really stressed out because there's so much distance between you and a particular person that you are thinking about. So let's see what that's about here. You can manifest your wishes, but maybe you have yet to let certain cycles close, you know? And that's what's preventing movement for these cycles, new cycles to come in, directing you onto that new path, you know? We've got the moon, okay? Fears, illusions, deception. All right? So there's somebody here that's not being honest with you. They're keeping things from you. They're keeping things hidden from you. It's hidden. Which is interesting because that's the next thing that we're going to be taking a look at in this reading. What's being hidden from you? There could be infidelities here, or just somebody that just has not been open and honest with you. Could be keeping secrets. So you really are being directed to transition away from this, leave it behind, and release that baggage. Especially if you happen to be divine feminine. You've got the Empress card right here. Femininity, motherhood, abundance. You can bring that abundance into your life. You absolutely can, you know? So whatever is weighing heavily on you, it's time to address that. And if somebody is contributing to that type of energy that you're carrying, then you got to let them go. Or maybe in your heart of hearts, you already know this. You know, it's time to check out. It's time to separate and detach and say goodbye. It's time to focus on you. Look at this. Ace of Cups. Self-love. That should be your main priority right now. You should be falling in love with yourself first before you are able to really offer that love to anyone else. Your own cup has to be full for yourself in order to start over, to have a new beginning. Because there is the possibility of new love that can come in for you and bring you this, the Two of Cups. A partnership where there can be trust and mutual faith and attraction between two people. I have a feeling here you're holding on to somebody that cannot offer you these things, which is why here we go again with that Nine of Swords. Okay, so this is telling me here, Taurus, you've got a lot of late nights here that you're dealing with. Nine of Swords coming in twice, okay? Insomnia, you're not sleeping. You're stressed out about something or someone, and it's time to detach. I just kind of feel like you're carrying the world and all of its problems on your shoulders, especially when it comes to one particular person. As long as you continue to try to carry their issues on your shoulders, it's going to get heavier and heavier and heavier. You might also be dealing with somebody here who's been entertaining other options, talking to other people, fantasizing and tempted by other people. There could be third-party situations here. I mean, with that Moon card right there, I have a feeling they're keeping things from you. They're hiding things from you. And part of what it is that they are hiding from you is that they might be involved with other people. You've got the Five of Pentacles right here. If you don't leave them out in the cold, they will do the same to you, or they're going to turn right around and do that to you. So you have the opportunity to be able to move in a different direction here and get out of the path of this Tower. Because if you continue, Taurus, to ignore the red flags, so to speak, okay? Whatever those signs are, and you know what they are, as long as you continue to ignore it and maybe pretend that this is a situation, that this is a relationship that can overcome all of these struggles and stresses and issues, you can't do it all by yourself. You need the other person to be able to show up for you. But I have a feeling here they're not showing up for you. And what that does for you is you're not showing up for yourself. So work on that, you know, work on being able to fill your own cup for you. Because whoever this person is that's weighing very heavily on your shoulders and all of their issues and drama, it's going to affect your life, your happiness, your livelihood. It's going to affect everything. It's almost like they're dumping all of their issues and problems on you, and you're just holding on to it and carrying it. Maybe for some of you, it's been a very long time. And it's going to get to the point where if you don't handle it and let it go and walk away, that Tower is coming in to knock you off your feet. To knock you off of that very faulty foundation, because it isn't even a strong one. You're being directed onto a different path where you can stand on your own 2 feet. But if you're not there yet, you know, sometimes the universe steps in if you're not able to step in for yourself. Okay, so here we go to the next section. What's being hidden from you? Let's find out. So I'm going to pull from my Silhouettes deck here. What is this person hiding from you? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. And, you know, I get it that maybe you have a lot of love for this person And you guys could have certainly had a lot of fun together, you know, whatever these playful moments are. But if they've got issues and they are basically transferring those issues over to you, maybe wanting you to fix it, that's not your issue. That is not your problem to solve. That is not your cross to bear. But if you are carrying it for them, it's going to get heavier, Taurus, I'm telling you. Until you can't carry it anymore. And I believe this has been a common theme in some of my Taurus readings. All right. So what's being hidden? We've got blind. You can't unlock the possibilities unless you see the possibilities. Exactly. So I feel a lot of this is being directed towards you, Taurus, so that you can see, so that you can have that clarity to be able to create movement, to be able to head towards that path. But in a way, it's almost like you're hiding it from yourself because your eyes are not open. Look at this. We've got tranquility. In a world of uncertainty and chaos, you are my peace. Okay, so this person might have even said these things to you. It's like, you represent the peace in my life. You know, you calm me, you keep me just my life in a better direction. Whatever impact you've had on this person, they might have told you so many things to make you believe that you really are representing that peace. But what that does sometimes, you're giving your own peace away to somebody who doesn't deserve it. And if you surround yourself with chaos, then yeah, that's where that tower moment is going to come in. Wrinkles, okay? So this is one of those cards where it's about two people who want to be able to live their lives together for the rest of their lives. It's about growing old together, you know? So the card does say a blueprint life leaves us with to remind us that we loved, we learned, we fell, we got up, we failed, we thrived, we laughed, cried. But most importantly, we lived. And I know that I'm feeling here for you, Taurus, that you have had a lot of dreams when it comes to this person. You know, it's like they're the one that you want to spend the rest of your life with. But I feel here somebody has let you down time and time again. And you cannot continue to be blind to what's happening in the 3D at least. You got to open up your eyes, okay? You've got summertime here, June, July, August, which I'm recording this the last few days of August here. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Gemini, Cancer, Leo, or Virgo, or you could have these signs in your chart. But it is tapped into illuminated paths, Taurus. And that's really the crucial message here, because you really are being directed to go in a very, very different direction from where you've been. This is where you need to go. But something tells me here that you haven't been able to head in that direction. Either you choose not to, or there's someone that's holding you back. We have melancholy here, okay? Sometimes I'm overwhelmed by this blanket of sadness, this emptiness, knowing we're apart, knowing that I'm the reason why. Okay, so somebody might be feeling very sad if indeed you did take control of a situation and distanced yourself. If you did, that's good. You could also be feeling this way. This overwhelming sadness because they're not with you. And maybe there's a part of you that feels like you're responsible for whatever happened. Okay, so take that if it applies. But as you can clearly see here, you might be involved with somebody who's very toxic to you. Okay, and it says you gotta know when to walk away. It's like drinking poison. You have to know when to walk away. Okay, so let's clarify these things. I'm going to pull from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle, Tarot with a Twist. For those of you who are new to my channel or not familiar with this deck, this is one that I created especially for advanced beginners wanting to learn tarot. The majority of the cards, it's got upright and reversed meanings. And the twist here is that it includes new oracle messages as well as new court cards. All right, so Taurus, let's dig a little bit deeper here. And what's being hidden from you? I'm getting here, unfortunately, that you're hiding things from yourself, that maybe you're not willing to face the truth of the matter. But you're also dealing with somebody who's, look at this, who's toxic. Okay, so the Two of Swords, stalemate. Okay, so this situation, it's not going anywhere. You guys are, you're stuck. It really isn't going anywhere. The Two of Swords, it's also part of the interpretation is blindness, unable to see. Look at that. Look at how these cards are trying to grab your attention to let you know you don't have to be blind to what's happening. You got to just face it. You got to just face it. Three of Wands, yes, it is time to make better choices. It is time to really create movement in your life, to look ahead towards the future. Get to a point in your life, Taurus, where you are in a better position to make better choices. Be happy with those choices. We've got the Temperance card here, so I know this is going to take time because there's this need for patience with this Temperance card. Some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarian here, or you might have Sagittarius in your chart. Maybe right now, what it is that you need to work on is being able to just find purpose and meaning in your own life. Take this toxic situation out of the equation and focus on you. Focus on yourself. You've got the Eight of Wands right here. Rapid action, movement. Okay? So, I'm just checking. Yeah, that came through already. Remember? Eight of Wands came through already. Things can move in your life as long as you allow it and not get in the way of that, not self-sabotaging, you know? And again, this is another card tapped into freedom, being able to free yourself from situations that might be hindering progress in your own life. You've got the maple tree right here. This represents balance, being strong, being smart about the choices that you make. The maple tree is also tapped into seasons that change. And for me, whenever seasons change, that to me is letting me know that time needs to pass. Or it's been a very long time that this has been weighing very heavily on you. I just keep getting that it's time to make better and wiser choices. Look at this. Here we are again with that Tower. So the longer you choose to ignore the red flags, this is what's coming in. Because it represents a lost foundation. And the reason why it represents a lost foundation is because the foundation that you and this person built was not sturdy to begin with. Now, if you are already in separation from this person, as a result of a Tower moment, use this time, Taurus, to really learn the lessons attached to that experience. Because sometimes it really can be a blessing in disguise for you. It's almost like, well, there's this new path that we want Taurus to take. Just imagine the universe talking to you, but Taurus isn't taking it. So we're just going to have to bring this Tower down to make sure Taurus actually heads in the right direction. Because this can also be a revelation, an awakening. so that you can see. You've got Archangel Sophia here to help you out. I am the angel of love. I can help you manifest a reconciliation with your beloved. Okay? But Archangel Sophia will only help you with that reconciliation if it's a healthy one, not a toxic one. I can assist in efforts towards forgiveness and bring about a mutual understanding between you and your partner. I can show you the way to self-love and finding the great love of your life. And I really feel when it comes to this card with Archangel Sophia, that is where you're being directed towards someone new, somebody that can actually help you move forward to find the love that you deserve. This card goes on to say, call on me if you are looking to awaken your heart chakra. And bottom of the deck, look at this. We've got the Hierophant, which is your own Taurus energy. Okay? There is someone in your life in the future, I feel, who will be able to commit to you the way you have wanted this person to commit to you. I'm just getting here, you're dealing with somebody that really is not good for you. Plain and simple. But there is someone here who is. So you got to really learn these lessons that the universe, your angel guides are trying to teach you. And as long as you continue to ignore the red flags, those things will continue to resurface. And I believe I've said that before too in prior Taurus readings, because the lesson has yet to be learned. Okay? And that's just it. That's what's coming through. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some messages here on behalf of the Divine Masculine. Taking a look at where the masculine is at in their thought processes. I'm going to use my Thinking Man Oracle, the Volume 2 version. And then we'll grab some messages from their higher self. If we were to take away all of the drama, the Tower moments, and all of the negative energy attached to your relationship, and the very shaky foundation, what would they want to say to you, Divine Feminine? All right, so Divine Masculine, what do they want to say? I mean, right from the very beginning, we've seen falling in love. I wish life had a rewind button so I can fix us. So I can tell you all the things I wanted to say but never did. So I can hold you in my arms and never let you go. So I can make us right once again. Something needs to be fixed here, and this masculine knows that perhaps it's up to them to do the fixing. You make them happy though, okay? My longing for you will never end because we never had closure. A part of my heart will forever be where you are. So really, there has not been proper closure here between the two of you. And maybe, you know, especially if you happen to be Divine Feminine, perhaps that's why a part of you continues to hold on to this connection, because there hasn't been closure, or part of the reason why you're not getting any sleep at night is because you're stressing out over this. All right, so from the masculine's higher self, I'm going to use my Heavenly Hearts Oracle deck here. Taking all of the more challenging layers away from this partnership. What would they want to say to you from their higher self? Taurus. Divine Feminine Taurus. What does your masculine want to say to you? Let's perfect the art of making love. Okay, they are still very much attracted to you, still feeling the physical connection. I can't believe this next message. So remember, Divine Feminines, this is from your masculine. The message reads, you're being divinely guided towards a different path. That is where your happiness lies. They can't go back and rewind what has happened. They know that they've got something here that they need to fix. And so your masculine, from their higher self, they're telling you, you, Divine Feminine, you are being divinely guided towards a different path away from this masculine. Because perhaps they recognize and realize You deserve better. But the fact of the matter is they're coming through letting you know that they love you. They love you enough to let you go. That's just what I'm getting from that. They love you enough to let you go. Or to at least tell you, you got to go a different way because I'm not ready to come towards you to be the type of partner that you need me to be. And somewhere along the line of this journey, for some of you, that's going to lead you down a road where you find new love, a healthier relationship. And I totally get that, you might be in love with this person, but you also have to recognize when it's toxic and unhealthy. Game over, remember. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some messages now on behalf of the feminine. I'm going to go ahead and pull from my Voices 2 deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. In love and life, focusing on the divine feminine. All right, feminines, what do you want to say? What do you want to say? There's nothing like the very first kiss you share with the one you love. Okay, and no doubt you love your masculine. Okay, you've fallen in love with this masculine. Those intimate moments, very special. But clearly what has presented itself in this reading is there are parts of this partnership that just aren't healthy. What else for Taurus, divine feminine? A million kisses from you is not enough. So there's something about the kisses that you guys have shared. This is really interesting. You took my breath away the very first time I saw you. So right from the very beginning with this particular masculine, divine feminines, you had that instant attraction. And perhaps that's why it's been very difficult for you to let this person go. Because maybe there's still a part of you that's really attached to the past and how things were in the beginning. Things might have been really good in the beginning, but I have a feeling here that with 2 tower moments popping up in this reading, something unraveled here. And it's coming through as a very toxic relationship that you need to detach from. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some messages from the same deck, Heavenly Hearts Oracle, for the divine feminine. So divine feminine, from your higher self, what do you want to say to your masculine? For Taurus. You make me ecstatically, ridiculously happy. I mean, you're both telling each other that you make each other happy. Okay? But there are some challenges presenting itself in this reading. And it's got to be more than that. I'm floating on cloud 9 knowing I'm the one you want. And the thing is, when somebody tells you you're the one that I want, it's like, of course, we get caught up in the whole idea that we have found the one. But sometimes that's exactly what's causing us to be blind to the truth. As painful as that is, sometimes we really don't see the truth of the matter, that they really aren't good for us. And unfortunately, that is what's presenting itself here. You make my heart soar above the clouds. I mean, there's no doubt, divine feminine, you have so much love for this masculine. So obviously this isn't a reading for every person tuning in. Take it again if it makes sense, because there's something very specific coming through in this reading. For those of you that know that this is a toxic situation with a particular person here, and maybe there's a part of you that's holding on for dear life, and you might just be holding on by a very thin string, and it's about to snap. Okay, so just be mindful of that. So let's grab some musical messages here. I'm going to pull from my Heart Songs deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. If you're unfamiliar with the song, see if you recognize or are able to relate to the lyrics. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus, in love and life, first half of September. Oh, geez. Okay, Sodad by Us the Duo. Memories are the only thing I have left. Wish I could have told you everything before you left. I haven't eaten, I haven't slept. I haven't smiled, I've only wept. I'm replaying every single word you said. Am I really dreaming? Are you really gone? I mean, Taurus, if this is you speaking up in this song, no wonder you've got all these sleepless nights. You're not sleeping because you're stressed out, and all you have left are the memories when it comes to this person. These songs are really interesting. God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. If you should ever leave me, well, life would still go on, believe me. The world could show nothing to me, so what good would living do me? God only knows what I'd be without you, and I cannot help but feel, Taurus, this is you speaking through these songs, feeling like it's the end of the world if you can't be with this person. But, if it's a toxic situation, what is it really about that connection that you're holding on to? So that's something that only you can answer. All right? So let's grab a couple more songs from the heart songs of the 90s. So this reading definitely a little bit on the heavy side, but not all readings are meant to be sunshine and rainbows, and unfortunately this is what's coming up. And the reason why it keeps popping up is because it hasn't been dealt with. Let's grab a couple more songs here, Taurus. Couple more songs. I'm telling you, I cannot make this up. The Last Goodbye by Jeff Buckley. This is our last goodbye. I hate to feel the love between us die, but it's over. Just hear this and then I'll go. You gave me more to live for, more than you'll ever know. This is our last embrace. Must I dream and always see your face? Why can't we overcome this wall? Maybe it's just because you didn't know you... Well, I can't read. Maybe it's just because you didn't know you at all. Kiss me. Something about that, the kiss, the first kiss, the last kiss. Maybe something about the last time you guys saw each other. No closure. Very heavy energies. Thinking about each other, missing each other, loving each other, but there's something, unfortunately, toxic about this partnership. And if you haven't already, Taurus, it's time to detach. It's time to let this one go. It's time to say goodbye, because there really is something and someone way better suited for you. There's a reason why these cards are coming through in this way. There is a reason why that is coming through. Game over. It's time. Last goodbye. And sometimes we, of course, feel like it's the end of the world, like, oh my God, I'm going to die without this person. But no, life moves on. Life goes on. And once you're able to welcome in that new beginning, a new direction, that new path, you're going to come to realize that you deserve way better, that there's a lot better out there for you. But first, you got to detach from what is really almost acting as if it's an anchor, just holding you back from finding the happiness that you deserve, Taurus. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap it up here, guys, with some final advice. I'm going to pull from the Journey of Love and Journey of Love 2 decks. This is by Bridget of Divine Essentials. Some final advice. So, here we go. And, sometimes the truth definitely hurts, but the longer you don't face it, then that's, I feel, why those tower moments are coming in. So we have a twin flame connection here. You are my other half. This could very well be the path that you are being directed towards, to be able to find someone as special as this connection here. I'm not picking up that the toxic connection is your twin flame. That's just not what I'm getting here. Look at this next message. Unbridled, number 22. Your spirit set me free. So there, I feel, is somebody else that's meant to come in, Taurus, to love you again the way you have not been loved by this person that you have either been with, detached from, focused on for this reading. There's someone else that can bring you the happiness that you're looking for, that you absolutely deserve. All right, so it's up to you what you do with this advice, but at the end of the day, you're meant to be happy. So it's time. You know, it's time to claim it. It's time to find that happiness by going in a different direction. And that's where I'm going to leave it. All right, guys. So pretty heavy stuff coming through here today. But hopefully if this helped anybody out there, hopefully it has. And if you are interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time.